Well, it's GDC 2019. It hasn't started yet, but there is already a very long line of people waiting to get badges. I feel a little guilty because they just kind of handed to the press really fast, but pretty awesome. It's going to be quite a week. Okay, so for years now, every time I go to GDC, I see signs for the Game Connection event across town, and I really wanted to go. Well, this year, I finally got press credentials to come and see what it's all about. And other than the fact that it's at Giant Stadium, I'm sorry, Oracle Stadium, it's really mostly just business-to-business stuff. People looking for clients, people looking to sell their wares, nothing really the kind of stuff that I can really show off to you. But beyond that, the view is amazing. Okay, so this one is fun. I'm holding in my hand the Hydrogen One by Red. You know Red, the big old camera company. This is a multi-view auto-stereoscopic display that uses the nano etching technology, which is really awesome. So when you're looking at this, it is really, really 3D. The phone is out now if you're with AT&T or Verizon. And what's really cool about it is they've got an SDK, so you can make your own 3D games just for this 3D display. This is the future. This is a real treat every convention. You see the sign where it says shut up and sit down. This is a whole area dedicated to just playing board games. And you're seeing pretty much total strangers sitting down and trying a new game. And they have a bunch of games out, there's a bunch of people playing, and they're working through the rules, and they're having a really good time. And this is a great way of getting to know new people, but also getting to really see sort of what's kind of new and exciting in the world of physical gaming. Ooh, the GDC store is always a fun place to go. Tons of books, tons of merchandise. Oh, I don't know what. I don't want to spend too much money, but I'll behave this early. But give me 2 days and I'm going to clear that place out. Look, I'm at the Instagram Infinity Mirror Tunnel at the Facebook booth. Ooh, it's kind of cute. So I stopped at this booth and I promised I would come back. Look at this, I'm at the Experis booth. Look at all these games, They beat up games for money. It's amazing. They don't just play test, they really, really run through their paces. And they've been telling me that unlike everybody else here, they've been doing this for like a decade. And they've got some really big games. They even told me that they'd worked on Halo, which is pretty awesome. I mean, they beat it up, which is pretty cool because it works really well. So I promised them a shout out and here it is, so there you go. So I'm at the Retro Play booth and they have all sorts of games, but if you look over here, this is kind of just like my basement. I have all these games, so it's kind of fun for these noobs, but for the old timers, we already got it. Seriously, there's some really old games here. I mean, wow. They'd call that old. All right, so I'm at the Influx data booth, and you're asking what they do, and why am I even telling you about it? Well, they make data exciting. Not only do they make data exciting, but they gave me free socks, so look, free socks. And because of that, I feel I have to tell you that they take what would normally be just like boring old data, but it's important to you, it's your data. They collect it, they give it to you, you do something with it, everybody gets paid. There you go. Wow, retro play may have been fun, but VR play, that is another world. There's some really amazing things in there. Wait till you see the thing from Norditrack. Look behind me. The hardest part about this game was getting up on the bike, but you know what they say, when you fall off the bike, you get back on. Well, I'm back on. Oh God, I'm dying. Oh God damn. I'm going the wrong way? Oh, fine, I'm turning around. Am I doing okay now?
Yeah.
There we go. Backwards. You know, there we go. I see an arrow. I'm following. There we go. Oh, now I get it. Oh, shit. Thread the needle, thread the needle. Wow, that was intense. I can't even describe how it really did feel like I was flying and I was falling and I was pedaling and whew, wow, I'm like, we're in a rush. The logo behind me and the name, Stadia, we're gonna see a lot more of it. It's from Google. Yes, they now have a platform for game development. And of course, as everything else is Google, it's free. Maybe? Yes, of course it's free. But you're gonna see a lot more stuff talking about this. Studios, games, a whole 9 yards. It's a whole nother platform from Google. Yay! All right. So I'm wearing, look at me. I'm gonna have them take a long shot of me in a second. This is the Tact suit by Haptics, and it is a wireless haptic vest, and they got all sorts of accessories. Okay, I am stylish. All right, hit me.
Okay,
hey.
So we can just draw here, or you can control each motors. But if you really want to be hit,
I want to be hit.
let's just activate all of them. The 40 motors, full intensity.
This is awesome. Matter of fact, I have a bad back. I really think I just want to wear this all the time.
Just a bad back? Let's just do the back then.
Oh, look at that.
There we go.
A walking massage chair.
Let's fix that for you.
This is beautiful. It's like crawling all over my body.
Yeah.
It's crawling all over my body. This is, I can get this right now.
Yep.
I love. Ladies and gentlemen, I present you with the world's largest Pac-Man. So I'm at the Wacom booth, and you're like, oh, Wacom, you show us Wacom every year. And there's a reason I show Wacom every year, because every year they're doing something a little more exciting. And what's exciting this year is they have the new, different line of less expensive, but pretty high-end tablets. I'm gonna show you one right now. So this is the Wacom Cintiq 16, and it's only $650, which is really amazing price-wise. And it's got all the features that you'd want from Wacom, pressure sensitivity. This one is a full HD resolution, opposed to the other one, which is the Cintiq Pro, which is a little bit higher in price and does 4K and even greater color. I want to show you one last one though. And look at this baby. This is a Pro model, which means it's pen or touch. And look at this, it's a 32-inch monitor display, interactive, everything you want it to be.
Is that because it uses an infrared camera and an RGB camera, it has object detection that is depth, shape, and color oriented. So you can do things like have a blue team versus a red team using the same figures. Or if you don't have any figures at all, it's touchscreen.
And what's it called?
That's so cool.
This is called the Pico Air Lite.
The Pico Air Lite. Yes. So again, there's cameras in it that can see real things, and it's also a touchscreen.
Yeah. So because I started this map, I can remove these pieces and free it up to add extra tanks and stuff. So essentially, you can create a layer system of objects, depending on what your program is.
This is awesome. Crazy. At the Amazon booth, you can go through demos and then you earn points. Last year I earned a lot of points. You kept going back until you saw all the demos and I got all these points. Apparently this year, you can only get one prize. Someone said it's probably because of me. So you go through and you end up pulling a box, and I ended up getting a loot crate, so I haven't even opened it yet, but really cool stuff. It isn't just about the prizes at the Amazon booth. There's a lot of really good stuff going on, whether it's about learning how to do Alexa gaming or how to use Lumberjack. It's actually pretty cool. Amazon is a real player here at GDC. I am at the Wealth booth, and I'm sitting on something called the VR Go. Now, you can't see it because, well, I'm sitting on it, but in a minute I hope to demo it, and it's pretty cool, and one of the neater pieces of technology I've seen today. So I'm sitting on this thing, and it's a controller using my ass, and the whole thing picks up. Look at that. It'll pick up, put it on your favorite stool, coming over here, and you can control like this. So I'm at the Engine booth. Now, Engine's a pretty interesting company because they do blockchain gaming tools, which doesn't mean a lot to you at first. But what's really cool is about a year and a half ago, they worked on a cryptocurrency called Engine Coin, which you can use to integrate through a Unity SDK to add the cryptocurrency to create blockchain items for your games. Basically, it's a really, really cool form of high-end monetization, and they make really, really neat tools. And they're a pretty neat company, so I want to give them a shout out. I look a little flushed because I just spent probably an hour at the Google booth, and it wasn't just for the swag this time. They had these little mini demos, and I didn't even take photos of them all. They're really just good little mini demos, and I learned a lot, which is useful, and then I got a whole bunch of swag.
Good job. Few more dots. One more in the corner. Yeah. Good job. You're doing very good. Some like he's giving a run for his money.
Gotta work.
High five.
All right, sorry that it's tilted, but here's where it gets weird. If I come over here, you can see that using their iPhone, they're mapping my face. But if I come over here, you're gonna notice that she is talking, and well, basically it's me that's talking. La 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 la. La 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 la. And so you can see they're synced together using this really cool piece of software called Iclone Live Link. And I've actually been looking at the software, and this is pretty cool stuff. Look at that. Look at that tracking. That's pretty awesome. I hope this is not how people see me though. You can do it. Yay! Oh. Well, I'm here at the Warner Brothers Games booth, and well, look what I won! I won a hat! Yay! Actually, I really wanted the hat, and I earned that hat. I was the crane machine. That guy didn't get it. I got it. So I'm transported into another world by entering the cards booth. That's cards with a K. And what it is, it's a World War II collectible card game. It's not out yet. It's gonna be open beta next month. It's kind of cool. I saw their cards, I'm like, ooh, cards. They're like, no, 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 that's just promotional material. Really, it's gonna be an online, look at that, online, you know, digital collectible card game. Cool, free to play. I'm actually looking forward to it. It's gonna be first for PC and Mac, then they'll go mobile. But I'm telling everyone, check it out. Cards.com with a K. I want to check this out myself. So there it is. Pretty cool. Also, they have a really, really neat booth. I'm going to show it to you in a second. A lot of really, really cool, authentic World War II materials. Why do these phones have cables? Pretty cool stuff. So I'm at the Unity booth, and there's this long line of people. This very long line of people. And they're all waiting. And they're all waiting. And what are all these people waiting for? As you're thinking, like, my God, what are they giving away? And the guy just screamed out Unity shirts. That's right. All these people are waiting in this very long line because they want a customized Unity shirt, which tells you just how much people love Unity. And of course, more importantly, how badly you want a Unity shirt. Right? Look at that. Everybody wants the Unity shirt. There it is, right there. You can customize it. Look at that. All for the love of a shirt. Now, I love swag, but I ain't standing in that line. It's an absolute party here at the Unreal booth. You can ride the llama. There's free popcorn, free beer. There's actual, like, treasure chests with stuff in them. It's just really just a party here. It's unreal. Wow, what a conference it's been so far. I've seen almost everything. I've really got one day left and one series of things. I'm standing in front of Day of the Devs, which is a series of games. I've got the IGF Pavilion, which is a series of games. I've got the GDC Play, which is a series of games. And most importantly, which would be Alt Control GDC, which is alternate control device games. So tomorrow I've dedicated myself just to look at the latest and greatest of what people are making. So they say no good deed goes unpunished. Well, it turns out that the conference is over and now it's time for the parties to begin. And I signed up for one party, and then someone told me that there's like a big Amazon party where you have to have an invitation, and the invitation comes with like a blue wristband. And then I bumped into one of the really, really nice people. I'm not gonna say names, but somebody that I did a shout out for, and they were like, you know, if you give me one of your empty bags, I'll give you some extra swag I got for one of your students. and I was telling them about the parties, and they're like, you know, I know the guy giving out wristbands, so I'm going to the party. Woohoo! So every so often I run across a booth that's a little bit harder to explain, and right now I'm standing at the Haitian booth, and what they do is they have an operating system. When's the last time you heard about something with a new operating system? And their operating system is really designed for the world of the cloud. So you basically put this operating system on tech, and then it's designed to scale up to be multiple versions, so you get as big or as small as you want. Now, they're not a gaming company. They actually are really cool because they've got their first really cool, it's right there, their really cool simulator for it. But really what they're looking to do is redefine the way we look at computing based on the fact that we're looking at distributed cloud computing as a thing. Pretty cool to see and really gutsy. London-based company. I think we might hear more from them. So am I going to stand in line to try the new Oculus at the Facebook booth? And the answer is no. Now, it's not because I don't want to try it, and it's not because I don't think it's really cool, because people are saying really good things about it, but to me, this is what I call inevitable technology. It's going to be good. We're going to get one. We're going to try it. There's no question about this. So coming here to stand in line and try it, if the line was short, sure, but I don't need to do this because I'm going to do this. It's the stuff I'm not going to see elsewhere. That's what's important. So the area behind me inspires me every year. It's Alt Control GDC, and it's alternate input devices, and almost the most festival-like area for me here. Can't wait to see what people have come up with this year. All right, so this next game, Neon Nemesis, really makes me happy.
All right, here we go. Oh.
Keep on moving. Go down. Oh. All the way.
That's right, there's a behind-the-scenes player who's sort of controlling the environment that everyone else is playing against. Pretty clever.
spirals. Oh, there's only one.
No, that one. You're not here. Yeah. All of them. Go ahead and score that. That would help. That would explain why they're. Yeah. Actually, that's right.
And then this squeeze your hand, you can grab objects that are at the place. We're going to have to walk forward to the
Yeah, you guys can go ahead, sorry.
Here's a sound-based cue. Can't really hear too well.
Should be worse. All the way. All the way. Yeah. Yeah.
So here's a really interesting one. Apparently in this game there are two people tied together in a chair and they need to press the buttons, but because they're tied together in a chair, they have to jump around tied to the chair and press the buttons with their feet.
That's golden buck. Orange one and yellow beetle. You guys, yeah.
The white one. Or the triangle.
Hey, another triangle. Go, quick.
Oh, no. Oh,
Another
okay.
triangle. Quick.
There was no way I was going to be able to do that. Well, that game from Table 4-4 looks really, really fun. I think I'm going to sneak in and see if they'll let me play it. You know, I've seen a lot of motion capture suits and they come and go, but this one by Kinetic Reality, it looks like it might be the solution I'm looking for. Inexpensive, wireless, and it looks not too invasive. I was playing, this is it's Spark 2 by Nightmare Games, huh?
Yep.
Nice, and it's available where?
So this is just a demo. We're in development right now.
And where's Spark 1 then?
That's on Steam.
On Steam, awesome. Looks fun. So I haven't played their game yet, but the Asteri booth seems to understand what it is that they're trying to do. They're taking mobile gaming and they're putting it out for people to be able to actually play them. This is actually the best setup I've seen all day. Some of the Wonder Painter booth, and this is just my speed. So the first thing they asked me to do was to draw something, and you'll see where it goes from there. All right, so you're gonna take a picture of it, and you turn it into a little character. This is awesome. And I drew that.
And the cavities.
It's three-dimensional.
And even we're with humans, and we can work with human beings.
Work with human beings, all right. Oh my goodness, look at me. That is awesome. And so this is a Unity SDK.
Yes.
This is great. I hope you guys do really, really well.
It's called Wonder Painter.
Wonder Painter.
Yeah.
Beautiful. This was probably one of the more exciting things to see, and I'm almost done. But I'm standing here, and there's a piece of software called Ness Maker. And what it is, it's a no-code, WYSIWYG, all sorts of drag and drop, kind of fun little 8-bit, game maker. And there's a lot of good type of game making software out there, but nobody else does this. When you're done, you send it off to one of their partners, and they'll send you an actual cartridge. That's right, you can make your own cartridges for, what's it for?
The Nintendo Entertainment System.
For the NES. There you go.
A couple other things on that.
Uh-oh, and?
You don't have to send away. You can make it yourself. You can get the cartridge flasher.
You can get the cartridge flasher and do it yourself?
Yes, right there. Ooh. And if you do want to do the code, you can do as much of the code as you want. But the idea is you don't have to do the code.
Okay, so you can code, you don't have to code, you don't have to send out, you can do it all at home. But the answer is, at the end of the day, you can make your own NES cartridges, and it's called Nes Maker. I am using right now the Flex VR by Mimic, which is really the Ferrari of training. All right, so let me do this. I'm going to get in here, and I'm going to try to pick up the. Oh, this is beautiful. I'm going to try to pick these things up. Now, can I do two at once? I'm not going to kill anybody. This is seamless. This is absolutely beautiful.
You're doing beautifully.
Oh, this is amazing. I will never be a surgeon. Wow, I didn't pass. I know way I passed.
You might have passed it actually.
I don't think I passed. I passed!
Great.
Thank you so much for letting me do this.
You're so
this
welcome.
was so awesome. Again,
welcome.
Flex VR, Mimic Technologies, amazing tech. Look at this stuff. Thank you so much. I got one last time for one last shout out, and I'm right over here looking at a game called Tinselfly, and what's really, really neat, it was developed right where I live. Not just that, but by people I know and love and have known for a very long time. Say hi.
Hi!
There you go. And tell me about the game.
Okay, Tinselfly is a space fairy tale where operates much like Myst. It's one of those games where you wander around and the environment helps tell the story.
Was just to have this like little fine little meat and a very that kind of showcases like where we're trying to go with storytelling.
Wow, folks, that's it. It is over. I have seen it all. I have done it all. Now, if you've been enjoying this, please subscribe and tell your friends and all that stuff. But don't worry, I've only posted the videos. I'll be spending a little bit of time posting the photos, and then eventually all this hits to Twitter as well. So it's good to see you. I'm Jared Bendis, and see you at the next conference.